Welcome to everyone watching this video today. This video is the church community project Teasers, and let me say, why not set up a language club? If your church is based and nestled in a multicultural community and environment, why not start a language club? Now, I've seen this done very well and appropriately in places that I've had a little something to do. A Punjabi class, a Polish class. I'm just trying to think of what else we've set up. Oh, a French class. So we've set up these groups before. French themed, French food got people enticed in the French class, and it was more a senior group that came in and partook because we had some French speaking individuals, largely from the French colonies, I can't even say the word, colonial past of where the French-speaking areas of the world was taking place. And I think it may have been, do correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong, I think it may have been a church population, a church group from Cameroon that spoke French, if I remember correctly, and they came into a community and a community group within the area of the United Kingdom. So bridging that gap, that chasm of French, and doing it around food, culture, and that experience, and developing French skills that were already in existence, but honing them and growing together as a group of individuals in that community that wanted to reach. And Punjabi classes, Punjabi being, well, you tell me, the area of the world that speak Punjabi, I think it was India, if I remember correctly, or those sorts of areas. Obviously, geography and politics takes its toll around the world. The Punjabi speaking world, we'd engage with them and we'd fellowship with them and we'd mix with them and we'd learn from them, and we were starting to learn basics from their language, bringing them in and having time of food, sharing and culture. I'm trying to think of the other group that we used, which was more of a Pakistani language group based in Pakistan, but I forget the name. I think it was Farsi or but again, please do correct me. I knew at the time, we're going back 15-20 years. And also the Polish community in areas that I now minister within. We have large Polish communities that were blossoming before the Brexit referendum. Sadly, we've seen some of those diminish, but the Polish communities actually learning some Polish and engaging with them. This is a passion of mine because let me tell you a little bit about myself. Although I have no blood tie that is outside of the United Kingdom, my grandmother, following the birth of my father and the becoming widowed from my grandfather, had a Lithuanian friend, a Lithuanian partner, who came into this country in the 40s and the 50s, worked extremely hard, connected into the community. But of course, there was that disconnect from the few Lithuanian friends that they had in and around the England area and the United Kingdom, and the Lithuanians that were spread out and sparse and few and far between. That language barrier needed to be broken. So it is something that I've experienced within my own family walk, shall we say, although the said individual from the 1950s assimilated, learnt English and obviously communicated with myself. But I understood some of the pitfalls and some of the worries that they had when they first settled in the United Kingdom. So partnering alongside the Polish communities that we have access to, the Punjabi communities that we have access to, I believe it was the Farsi communities, or Farsi speaking at least communities, that we are engaged with, and many, many others. Now, I've also got a heart for Wales. I do some work over the border in Wales, and why not for those churches or some of those areas set up either or, whichever's needed most, English club alongside bilingual Welsh clubs, and gel those two, where the two languages that currently sometimes sit into two camps can mix, bridge, and connect together, which currently that language barrier schisms. That shouldn't be a situation. So, basic Welsh classes, basic English classes, Polish, Farsi, Punjabi, and any other community that you should encounter. Of course, the French that we mentioned. Any communities that you should encounter. Why not bridge into them? Get someone who's an English speaking person that can translate, can understand, and actually bring them in, or go further afield to signposters and stakeholders that could send in translators in order to fund that project and develop a community of individuals that are learning, engaging, and supporting and walking alongside those individuals that have been placed in the United Kingdom. Let's integrate, let's get alongside, and then they could be invited to many other social activities that we're doing in the community, in that hotbed of community and church community project Teasers, with the overall aim to bridge and link into that church that is distinct, is living out the gospel and preaching it on a daily basis. And then church and community coexist and collide in ways that they haven't seemingly done for a number of years. And that bridge takes place, and it's all of gospel value. So do give it a try. Language clubs, give them a go. Why not? Talk to us in the about section. Feel free to comment, like, and share this video, and get in touch. We've done it. We know the pitfalls and some of the downsides to doing these things, but you can't really go wrong with just trying and giving it a go. God bless you all. Amen.